Hi everyone. I have a piece of fabric in front of me, and I forgot I even had it. It was in a drawer in my sewing room with all my ribbons and things. And I was watching Gina Ahrens on Periscope. Can't remember exactly what day she's on. I think it's Wednesday. And I've decided, like you all know, that I've got all this watercolor and I've never done anything with it. So I'll tell you what I've been doing. It's nothing new that I'm always, aren't I always making journals or something, you know, really. So I decided I didn't know what size. I forgot to ask Gina what size I should make my first watercolor book. I mean, I have made one. I think it's this one. It's smaller, and it's watercolor paper, but I've already started, you know, kind of doing stuff in here. So I didn't want to start doing watercolor in here because it's not a watercolor book. I wanted something strictly for watercolor. So I took 2 sheets of 22 by 30, 140 pound Arches cold press, which means it's got a rougher texture. And I cut that down. How did I do that? I'll show you with this. If this was 30 by 22, I took that big sheet, I folded it in half, and I used my bone folder. I may as well just show you. I want to use this one though. Just hang on. Okay. So we'll pretend that this is 22 by 30 inches. I folded it this way, and I used my bone folder as hard as it was, and I folded it like that. Then I got my deckled edge ruler, and I pushed it in here, and I ripped, and I'm serious, it's not easy to get a deckled edge on 130 pound paper. So then I folded it this way again, that one and this one, exactly in half, and I used my deckled edge ruler again because I love the deckled edges. Okay, so remember, I used 2 sheets. Give you an idea. Okay, and then I was left with these 2 sheets of it though. This is only one. So then I just folded them in half to give me what I have here, if that makes any sense at all. Now I haven't bound it yet because I went to the trouble, and I'm serious. It's hanging over here. It's still wet. I don't think I can't bring it down to show you. I went and got and cut a piece of canvas cotton, and I put gesso on both sides. I just ripped it and tore it about the size I needed to cover the front, like here at the back, and then a flip over. Well, then I got to thinking, that's going to take forever to dry. So then I went looking and I found this. So that's where I'm at. I wanted to use this because it's really pretty, and I don't think watercolor is going to hurt it any. So I'm trying to find, okay, I know that this is cotton. Well, it definitely has lines in it, and I'm hoping it's going to tear easy. So I'm going to fold it in half, salvage to salvage. And I'll probably only need, I'm going to just lay my book down here for a second, give me an idea. So if I have that coming over here, see, put like that, and then this, so yeah, see, I only need half of this. I don't need it, like this is doubled up right now, see? So I'm going to, I'm going to give this just a little bit of a cut down the fold, like it's folded right here, and I've kind of cut it, and I'm going to tear. And usually that will give me a straight edge. And I like the tearing anyways, because I have deckled edges. So I'm just gonna, because I just need a rough idea of how long. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit longer because I can always rip it off. I'll go right there. So I'm going to tear back, try and tear it back this way, and it tears pretty nice. So I'll just put that over there for now. And I also want to tear this salvage edge off. So I'm going to go in just a bit. Oh, it's hard to tear. It's not just like cotton fabric. It's a little tougher because this is more like for covering cushions, and it's for upholstery, really. So I think it looks crooked to me. So I'm going to turn it around this way. And I got threads everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I may have to do some real cutting. But that'll be easy with my rotary cutter. And that's even too long. It's not a very big book. Yeah, I think I'm just going to tear again about to here. And yeah, doesn't like to be torn, but that's all right. It's good for my book, good for my journal. I like it a lot. I just love that color. I love the color. Love it. So, I'm going to, you've seen me stitch things together before, so I'm not going to bore you with that again. I'm going to stitch this together, and when I have it all done and it's ready to go, I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, but I've decided that I'm going to do a third sheet of paper. So, I know it's way too big, it's huge, but I folded it in half like I showed you before, and I'm going to use my ruler just to show you it is not an easy thing. Because I have to pull this thick paper back, and it's loud, sorry. But I just wanted you to know and to see that that's, and my desk is so dirty right now. I wanted you to know and see just how hard you have to pull on this to get that. So at this point I'm folding it in half again. And I'm using my bone folder. And sometimes it doesn't like to fold, and that's because, especially the other way, because it was against the grain, and sometimes we just have to do what we have to do. So I'm just going to fold both of these in half before I pull these through with my ruler. So then I'm going to do it again. Now, it's a little bit more manageable, kind of, because it's smaller, but it still takes force to get that through. And I just love deckled edges. Whether it's in my mixed media journals or not. So I need to put something here so that, oh, that's not going to help, so that it doesn't go crazy on me, something big. Well, I'm just going to put this off to the side because that's what I'm going to be using. It's not done yet because I decided to add another signature. I thought 2 maybe wasn't enough, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to fold these and put them together, another signature. I haven't even started stitching it yet, so I just felt that it was too small or not enough papers. And I kind of like chunky journals, so, and I decided that, you know, if I don't like watercoloring, like doing watercolor, then I'll just continue on in this journal after, if I find that out, which I don't think I will. I know it's, ooh, I got bits of threads everywhere because I've been tearing fabric. Now I'm tearing paper. So what I like to do, you'll notice, oh, this one I can't worry about it so much. There's a see, these aren't deckled so much. So I'm going to flip this one so that at least when it goes inside there, it's going to have one decal corner and one knot. And this one will do the same thing. So, yeah. Okay. So, now I think I've got 2 pages in each one. Yeah. So now I've got more. See, this is a little bit better. There's a little bit more to it. This is more substantial, and I like that better. And it'll be a much nicer, it'll be a nicer journal to handle. If you know what I'm saying, it'll feel better in the hand. So I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I'll be back. And I'm done. So I decided not to have a flap. I just used some of the extra fabric that was left over and ripped it to make this little tie. And I've used fray check. It's this stuff here that you use in sewing on fabric to stop it from fraying. And I've used that all around all the edges And I love how, again, my book folds into itself. So yes, it lays flat, and I'm pretty sure it's going to lay flat no matter where I put it. Almost, not quite. But if I would have added any more signatures, it would have been maybe a tougher job, but it's going to be really nice to work in. And I love the cover. So I've got to go back now and watch Gina's Periscope, and I think I'm going to follow along with her as best I can, because I don't have the same colors of watercolor that she has. I just can't afford, trying to remember, there's a brand that she has. They're really expensive. There's two brands that she has that are very expensive. Anyways, I'm going to follow along with Gina and see if I enjoy watercolor. So, my next video will be that. See you later. Bye.